Hello everyone, welcome to the Tim Booker channel. I wish you all an enjoyable listening experience. Today, the book I'm going to interpret for you is titled, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. This book title is quite interesting, and upon hearing it, you might immediately think of an old saying, Jack of all trades, master of none. How can one still emerge as a winner with so many interests and pursuits? Today, this book delves into how a person with a wide range of interests can achieve success, and that person is the author of this book, Scott Adams. His most well-known identity is as the creator of the comic strip, Dilbert. This is one of the most popular comics in recent years in the United States, satirizing the absurdities of the workplace. In addition, Adams is also a professional speaker, with speaking fees reaching up to $100,000 per engagement. Furthermore, he is a best-selling author, with many of his books consistently topping the charts. You might think Adams is a polymath, excelling in everything, so why does he call himself a jack of all trades? This isn't false modesty, it's a fact. As a cartoonist, his artistic skills are actually not that great. As a speaker, he doesn't stand out in social gatherings as the most entertaining person. And as a writer, his writing abilities are not particularly outstanding. So, how did Adams achieve success, and what lessons can we learn from his success? This book provides the answers. In it, Adams shares his thoughts and methods for achieving personal success. He knows that one person's energy can't provide a universal formula for success for everyone, but he hopes that through this book, he can become a wise friend to you. In this capacity, he wants to share his various thoughts on success and help you discover your own success patterns. Adams has many unique insights into success. For instance, he suggests that goals are for losers. This might sound counterintuitive since we are more familiar with the idea that having goals leads to success. So, what's the reasoning behind this? Don't worry, the first part will explain it to you. Alright, today's interpretation is divided into 3 parts. In the first part, we will discuss why Adams claims that goals are for losers. In the second part, we will explore how Adams achieved success. In the third part, we will take a look at the success formula that Adams shares in the book. Alright, let's move into the first part. We know that setting a goal can motivate a person to keep striving. If someone achieves one goal after another, success naturally follows. In other words, goals are prepared for the successful. However, according to Adams, the situation is quite the opposite. Goals are not prepared for the successful, they are prepared for the failures. Why does he say this? First, let's clarify how Adams views the term goal. In his perspective, a goal is a specific target that you may or may not achieve in the future. For example, losing 20 pounds is a goal, and we've all probably set similar goals for ourselves. To become healthier, we put in a lot of effort, watch our diet, and exercise regularly. After several weeks, we may or may not have achieved that goal. However, before the final outcome is reached, there's a significant period where we constantly battle inertia and contend with our own willpower. Our mental and physical states may not be at their best during this time. Adams says that goal-oriented individuals experience a continuous decline in their psychological state before achieving their goals, meaning there is a persistent sense of failure. To combat this sense of failure, people have to reassure themselves daily that it's only temporary and things will be better once the goal is achieved. However, living with this sense of failure drains our energy, makes us uncomfortable, and can tempt us to give up halfway. Even if the goal is eventually achieved, the feeling of satisfaction won't last long. Soon, you'll feel empty, realizing that even the goal that once provided you with a sense of direction, like losing 20 pounds, has been accomplished and is now behind you. You won't know what to do next. Perhaps you'll set a new goal, such as reducing body fat to 15%, and start dealing with the same cycle of failures before success all over again. As Adams puts it, goal-oriented individuals are at best in a continuous state of failure before achieving success, and at worst, they are in a permanent state of failure. Goal-oriented people are constantly battling feelings of defeat at every turning point. So, if Adams believes that goals are prepared for failures, what is prepared for the successful? The answer is a system. This is a term coined by Adams. To understand what a system is, let's compare it to a goal. If you're waiting for some future day to achieve something, that's a goal. If it's something you do every day, it's a system. Let's look at a few common examples. not eating rice for a month is a goal, but consistently eating healthy meals every day is a system. Running a marathon in a few hours is a goal, while exercising every day is a system. Making $5 million in 5 years is a goal, but being a serial entrepreneur is a system. This might sound a bit abstract, so let's look at an actual experience of Adams that helped him understand the difference between a system and a goal. At the age of 21, after graduating from college, Adams took a flight to California in search of a job. It was his first time on a plane. He thought everyone would be dressed in formal suits on the plane, so he wore a cheap 3-piece suit. Sitting next to Adams on the plane was a businessman in his 60s, the CEO of a Ross manufacturing company. He thought Adams looked decent and offered him some career advice and even considered offering him a job opportunity. What Adams received as a precious gift was not a job opportunity but career advice. The businessman explained that he became a CEO because every time he changed jobs, he immediately started looking for a better one. He constantly switched jobs and gained various experiences until he became a CEO. For him, finding a job wasn't something you do when you need to, it was an ongoing pursuit. He believed the best bet was always looking for a better job. This businessman's point was that finding a job is not your job is to find a better job. This somewhat convoluted statement introduced Adams to the idea that there should be a system rather than a goal. If that businessman had set specific goals for his career, his job choices and opportunities might have been limited. But without specific goals, his potential next job could be anywhere in the world. Sometimes, specific goals can provide direction, but they can also blind us to other paths ahead. Finding a job is not your job is to find a better job. When you hear this, you might wonder if it's disloyal to modern companies. The businessman also addressed this issue. In his view, it's not betrayal, it's emulation. We know that many companies prioritize their interests. Once they find an employee no longer meets their needs, they won't hesitate to lay them off and seek someone better suited to the company's growth. When employees pursue their personal interests, they should mimic the company's behavior and find a company that better aligns with their own development. This advice from the businessman planted a seed in young Adams's mind, and he spent his entire career observing the differences between goal-oriented and system-oriented individuals. He found that most successful people pursue systems rather than goals. For example, many individual investors buy stocks with the goal of a 20% increase in the next year, which is goal-oriented. On the other hand, Warren Buffett, the stock investor, is system-oriented. He buys shares of undervalued companies and holds them for the long term. According to Adams, Buffett has been a consistent winner over the past few decades, while goal-oriented individual investors often receive returns below the market average. In Adams's view, a goal is like a race with a finish line, and in the end, it's either success or failure. But a system has no deadline and no concept of success or failure. When you do what you want every day, you feel good, and your energy is abundant. Eventually, the system will lead to progress and greater happiness. Goals are prepared for failures, and systems are prepared for the successful. Adams's perspective also inspired me. Goal-oriented individuals focus on immediate returns, caring more about whether they succeed or fail this time. In contrast, system-oriented individuals are not concerned with immediate returns, they aim for indirect rewards. The size and timing of the payoff for what they are doing right now may be uncertain, but as long as they continue without settling for a single outcome, the eventual return can be substantial. Now that we understand how Adams views systems and goals, let's delve into how he achieved success. In truth, he cannot be certain whether his success is primarily due to talent, luck, or hard work. However, one thing he is sure of is that he has consciously pursued a strategy for managing opportunities, making luck more likely to favor him. It might sound somewhat self-assured, as if he can control luck. We all know that luck is capricious and beyond our direct control, and Adams acknowledges this as well. However, in his view, we can still influence luck by our actions, making it come closer to us. We cannot control luck, nor can we predict it, but we can take actions to make luck come closer. Is making luck come closer just a fallacy? I found that Adams' approach to managing opportunities is not about reducing the distance between himself and luck but about preparing in advance and clearing obstacles for luck's arrival. This increases the probability of achieving personal success. I've categorized the obstacles Adams cleared into three types: survival obstacles, time obstacles, and competition obstacles. Let's explore each one. Survival obstacles refer to the idea that the longer you stay in the game of success, the greater the chance of luck favoring you. If a career has a short lifespan, even if luck comes your way, it may not be of much help. To achieve success, you need to be able to avoid professional traps and identify careers with relatively long lifelines. Adams encountered two professional traps during his career. In college, he studied economics and joined a bank after graduating, planning to start from the bottom and work his way to the top. He spent 8 years at the bank, holding various positions such as project manager, computer programmer, product manager, and credit officer. However, because he was a white male, the bank's leadership told him there were no promotion opportunities for him due to their efforts to achieve diversity. The lifeline of his banking career was thus cut short. Soon after, he joined the Pacific Bell Telephone Company. He performed well there too, but after a few years, he faced a similar situation with no promotion prospects due to the same diversity efforts. Once again, his career lifeline was severed. If it were someone else facing such circumstances, they might have hit a midlife crisis. Fortunately, Adams realized early on that a career that directly sells your time has limited development potential, meaning a short career lifeline. He also envisioned that it would be best to create something valuable, innovative, and easily replicable, with longer career lifelines resulting in more substantial returns. Items like cars, houses, and food cannot be easily and infinitely replicated. Adams focused his attention on creation while working at Pacific Bell. During this time, he began experimenting with creative personal projects, aiming to develop a product that would resonate with the public. He designed products like a tennis game and, more importantly, began his journey as a cartoonist. Every morning at 4 a.m., he would create rough sketches for the Dilbert comic strip. In 1988, he secured a contract for Dilbert, successfully selling it to dozens of newspapers the following year. The career lifeline of being a Dilbert cartoonist has continued to this day. Not only has he published comics, but he has also written a series of business books related to Dilbert. Before Dilbert's success, Adams experienced numerous failures, but he never gave up. He later summarized that his ability to persevere was not due to extraordinary willpower or passion for comics. It was because he was system-oriented, not goal-oriented. If he had been goal-oriented, he might have given up after a few failures. However, since he was system-oriented, no matter the outcome of the projects he pursued, it didn't affect his emotions and feelings. Every day, he felt like he was growing, creating an environment for luck to find him. By clearing survival obstacles and identifying careers with relatively long lifelines, Adams increased his chances of achieving success not finished yet. Adams faced another obstacle that we all encounter: time. Time is limited and our most precious and scarce resource. There are only so many things we can do within the constraints of limited time. For instance, if you work 40 hours a week, most people can only excel at one job. Adams, on the other hand, managed to juggle 3 careers as a cartoonist, writer, and entrepreneur simultaneously. How did he overcome the obstacle of time? His secret lies in simplification. People who habitually solve problems in a straightforward manner, as described by Adams, are called simplifiers. Simplifiers prefer to complete tasks in a simple way, even though they know that additional effort might yield better results. The opposite of simplification is optimization. Optimizers always seek the best solution. You might be like me, an optimizer who starts with simple plans for the weekend, dinner with friends and a movie, but then complicates it with various chores like dropping off dry cleaning on the way to dinner, picking up a friend, and buying new clothes near the movie theater. While optimizing may seem more efficient, Adams consistently leans towards simplification instead of optimization. Why is that? There are several reasons. First, simplification provides a sense of security, whereas optimization can be exhausting. Second, simplified solutions have a higher success rate, while optimization increases the likelihood of unexpected outcomes. Most importantly, Adams chooses simplification because it frees up his time. Adams' comic strip, Dilbert, consists of 4-panel cartoons, often featuring dialogues between 2 characters with minimalist backgrounds and static expressions. With minor alterations to the dialogue, a completely new comic can be created. The simplicity of his work is not due to laziness but rather a deliberate pursuit. Adams continually seeks to simplify his creative process. Now, he can create a cartoon in under an hour. This simplification has rewarded him with ample time to write books, engage in other interesting projects, invest, and enjoy life. The third obstacle that Adams overcame is the competition barrier. No matter how talented you are, when competing, you'll realize that there are many people with similar skills. How can you narrow down the competition? Common strategies include improving your skills or accessing scarce resources and entering valuable networks. However, in Adams' view, there's a simple way to achieve this: learning to control self-consciousness. When faced with difficult challenges or awkward situations, many people shy away out of fear of embarrassment. Overcoming this fear can effectively reduce the competition. If you tend to be shy, you can learn from Adams how to conquer shyness. To Adams, conquering shyness is like learning to swim. With a little practice, anyone can master it. In his early 20s, Adams was quite shy. How shy was he? He once attended a party, parked his car, and then returned home without saying a word to anyone at the event because he was sweating from shyness. Adams later became a renowned speaker. How did he overcome his shyness? His method was to imagine himself as a performer rather than actively engaging with others. Specifically, in social situations, he would pretend to be a confident and sociable genius, showing genuine interest in what others had to say and cleverly introducing topics of interest to them. This approach garnered positive responses from others, boosting his self-confidence and reducing shyness. By overcoming these obstacles, you can consciously manage the probability of opportunities, as Adams often advises young people. Compared to mastering a single skill, acquiring multiple skills can significantly increase your chances of success. In this book, he provides a simplified formula for success: with each new skill you acquire, your probability of success doubles. You might think this is common knowledge. Who doesn't know that diversifying your skills is beneficial? However, mastering a new skill isn't always easy. Take learning a foreign language, for example. To become fluent in a new language, it typically takes 2 to 3 years. Adams explains that acquiring a skill doesn't require reaching an exceptional level of expertise; being reasonably proficient is often enough. For instance, in California, an average professional who speaks fluent Spanish has a competitive edge in many jobs. Another example is public speaking. A person who can confidently present ideas using PowerPoint slides has the potential to manage their organization. You might doubt the accuracy of this success formula. Does acquiring a new skill really double your chances of success, and are all skills equally valuable? Adams clarifies that this formula is not precise but a useful simplification. Sometimes, even an entirely inaccurate formula can easily set you on the right path. What does this mean? An example can help us understand. When Adams discusses resume editing, we can use a simplification formula: every unnecessary word equals $100. Whether a word is genuinely worth $100 is not crucial. What matters is that this formula guides your actions to eliminate unnecessary words and create a more concise resume. Similarly, for every skill you acquire, your chances of success double. This success formula may not be precise, but its role is to steer us in a more correct and efficient direction. For instance, if your brain believes that learning programming can double your chances of career success, you are likely to be motivated to learn programming. In essence, the focus of this success formula is not its precision but its ability to influence our behavior positively. Adams believes that when a person possesses multiple skills, these skills stack up to create significant power, markedly increasing the probability of career success. He exemplifies this point himself. While Adams may not excel in any single skill, he possesses many skills that most cartoonists and writers do not. For instance, he has over a decade of corporate experience, which provides him with unique comic material. He holds an MBA from the University of California, Berkeley, enabling him to turn Dilbert into a well-known name. Moreover, during his time at Pacific Bell, he recognized the potential of the Internet. When traditional newspapers faced declining sales due to the Internet's impact, he moved Dilbert online for increased exposure. Adams' proficiency in each skill may be average, but when these skills combine, he achieves great success. As he puts it, it's like a big bowl of ordinary stew, but when these skills are combined, they become a powerful market force. When reading this book, one striking aspect is how Adams resembles a learning machine. He diligently acquires any skill he believes might be useful. For example, during his corporate career, he mastered nearly all essential skills, from team management to negotiations, business loans, business plans, software design, and technical systems development. Additionally, he attended numerous training sessions on public speaking, time management, business writing, and more. In 2019, he authored a book titled Loserthink: How Untrained Brains Are Ruining America, delving into psychology, art, history, science, business, and the thinking patterns of elite individuals, helping expand our mental boundaries. One valuable tool Adams shares in the book is the Personal Energy Index, a method he uses to prioritize tasks. Here, energy refers to calm, focused energy rather than hyperactivity. Adams organizes his work and life around his personal energy, which is maximized through healthy eating, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep. Ensuring these aspects are in place allows him to wake up every day with a clear mind and enhanced work speed and quality. He also distinguishes between energy boosters and energy drains. For example, activities like writing blogs and books boost his energy, while shopping is an energy drain. Adams manages his personal energy as one would a company budget, always considering the long term and the big picture. For instance, while drinking several glasses of alcohol late at night might make one feel energetic at the time, Adams foresees the costs of such actions the next day and refrains from doing so. The energy index helps us make informed choices effortlessly. So, that covers the essence of this book. Congratulations on completing another book, and thank you for your listenership. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, like, and share this valuable knowledge with friends. Let's combine wisdom with practice to achieve our financial goals and create a better future. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.